List and hearken, gentlemen, that be of free-born blood. I shall tell you of a good yeoman. His name was Robin Hood. Good evening, I'm Pierce Brosnan. He is a legend that goes by many names. The Earl of Huntington, Robin of Locksley, Robert Fitzooth, and Robert Hood. But to centuries of storytellers, he is simply Robin Hood. Who was this outlaw? Did he actually exist? Was he real or just a medieval myth carried on for 800 years? It is a question that scholars still debate today. And for the next hour, we will explore the myth of the hooded man. Was he fact or fiction? Tonight, we will find out.
So 800 years ago, Dan, Richard the Lionheart, King of England, led the Third Great Crusade to reclaim the Holy Land from the Turks.
Okay, right.
He was literally a lion, and he left his brother, who's also a lion, in charge with his friend who was a snake.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
They're not in it.
No, it's so far, so historically accurate.
Yeah. So Robin of Locksley. So he's in prison in Jerusalem.
Yeah, he looks like a sort of homeless Ian Beale.
He does, that Ian Beale face.
That sort of very weird. I've been eating rats. Like
Ian, you've been gone 3 days.
There is something about him trying to do an English accent and no one letting him because he was so awful at it.
Apparently so, yeah. But I don't, at the time I was a bit like, but I don't mind because there's lots of old films where that's happened.
I think it's a format that works.
Yeah.
I don't see why Hollywood should leave it behind. It's great.
Your treacherous head is not safe on your shoulders, nor your daughter in her bed.
Bloody Russell Crowe, that's what's done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why has Robin got such a bad haircut? Although that haircut's coming back into fashion now, isn't it?
Yeah. If he was wearing that on, Married at First Sight or Love Island, he'd be all right. I mean, obviously, he'd still be quite an old man.
It reminds me, that haircut is the exact haircut that the man who threw an egg at John Prescott had.
Yes. This is where it gets dicey.
We never find out his surname.
Well, they didn't have, surnames in the Middle Ages, did they?
Didn't they?
Unless you were French. You were of somewhere, or you were a Fletcher, or a Much the Miller's son, or Godber. Yeah, you were
you were in Porridge.
Yeah, you either had a job, or you didn't have a job and you just had land and you were named after your land. So he's obviously named after, because he's not Robin Blessed, is he?
No, better if he was.
No, that'd be amazing.
He avoids having his hand cut off and manages to escape the prison with the help of Azim, played by Morgan Freeman.
Yes, who redeems the Arabic world.
Yes.
They're not all evil chopping people. He's actually quite normal, though he is obviously not Arabic in any way and is doing a funny voice.
Yes.
I am Azim ibn Bashir al-Makri. You may call me Azim.
Yeah, I mean, so if either of us drop into Azim's voice...
We're not being racist.
No, we're doing Morgan Freeman being racist.
Right.
So
that's right.
Fine. That's absolutely fine.
And we're not as racist as Duncan is later.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yes. Or Mike McShane.
God, yeah.
A painted man.
No man controls my destiny, especially not one who attacks downwind and stinks of gall. In my country, we talk to our women. We do not drug them with glass.
Curse on Moors and Saracens. Were it not for their ungodly ways, Master Robin would never have left.
How did your uneducated kind ever take Jerusalem?
God knows. What manner of name is Azim?
He's a savage, sire.
Irish? Cornish?
That he is.
Moorish. Salam, little one.
Did God pay you?
He's a devil's seed sent to lead us astray. Don't listen to him, he will kill her.
The beasts that share our God.
Animals?
From the north.
I tell you, John the Barbarian is killing her.
Hired blood.
painted man.
Though he sees the error of his way. They both see the error of his ways, thanks to Asim.
It's thanks to good writing, you mean?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Character arcs and all that.
Yeah, structurally it's fine, isn't it?
So they escape, but Peter Dubois is killed.
Yeah, and then basically gives Robin Hood the instruction, fuck my sister for me.
Yeah, go on.
Doesn't he?
Give her one. Right up the brow.
If you give her this ring, she'll do out. Yeah, and then gets up, seemingly fine, and runs off and gets immediately killed.
Yeah.
It's not a great plan.
Poor Peter Dubois.
I know.
It sounds like a bit of a Carry On name, that, doesn't it? Well, you think probably across the road, like Carry On Columbus is probably being readied or filmed.
No, this is medicinal herbs from China. This one is a rhubarb. Uh-huh. And what of the other one? Oh, this one is ginger. Oh, is he?
See, Brian Blessed.
Writing a letter.
Dear Robin, it's been months since you've contacted me. I just wanted to let you know that I'd heard rumours that the host of the Krypton Factor, Gordon Burns, has died. But today I found out that Gordon's alive.
Oh, very good. Please, will you send me a signed photograph? Yours, Brian Blessed! It's the only time he doesn't shout in his career, isn't it? He drops his voice.
He drops his voice. He shouts later on.
As the good Lord said, love thy neighbour as thyself. Unless he's Turkish, in which case, kill the bastard!
So what I want to know about this, the Sheriff of Nottingham's plan to kill Brian Blessed, is why? What's the point of this plan?
There isn't
sending
really
a man
one.
to lure him out.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then Brian Blessed, it's lured out. It's surrounded by a ring of, we presume, devil worshippers of some description.
Yeah, wearing a costume he never wears again.
Yeah, lots of
And
them
a
wearing
mask.
costumes that never... Yes, you would never see any of these people again. And then Brian Blessed goes, all right, murder me.
Join us or die. But he still manages to ham that line up as well.
Join us or die.
I can't imagine this film without that performance.
It would be entirely bland. Anyway, so Brian Blessed, we presume, is dead, and Robin and Azim arrive at Dover. And he says, by nightfall, we will celebrate with my father. And I looked it up. To walk from Dover to Nottingham is 3 days.
Yeah.
And
particularly if you go via the Hadrian's Wall.
Hadrian's Wall, which the Sycamore Gap is where they arrive.
Oh, too soon.
Resting
too
logs.
soon, John. Oh.
They should use the Sycamore Gap tree to build a statue of Costner's Robin Hood. Out of wood.
Yeah. Slightly less wooden.
Very good. So, talking of performances, we get Michael Wincott's Guy of Gisborne.
Deer don't climb trees. Perhaps he thinks he's a game bird.
I saw the... Oh, my God.
He's constantly got his teeth gritted.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, God. It's bloody Robin Hood.
It's really so weird.
But you'd think as well, someone would say to him, look, Costner's not bothering, so don't bother.
Oh, is he American?
Yes.
Well, then he's done very well.
Yeah.
I thought he was English.
Gisborne and his men are trying to catch a child in a tree.
Oh, of course, yes, the child in the tree.
In the Sycamore Gap, R.I.P. And Robin's like, some courage from all these men to fight a small boy.
Yeah, because he pops up from behind that wall like he's taking a shit. He's pulling his trousers up. Sorry, do you mind? I'm taking a shit. What's going on?
How dare... Well, this is my land. I can do what I like.
Yeah.
I just had a wank behind the edge.
Yes, that's why I see him hiding up top of the hill.
So he bests all of them.
He does, yeah.
And he's trying to get Azim to help him, but he's praying.
No, he owes Christian a debt, even though that's not... Christian's the other one.
Yes.
He gets very confused, doesn't he? It must have been awful, very embarrassing. No, I'm Robin.
So Robin goes back to his house.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, he's up in a cage.
No, he's in a cage. And this is where we meet Blind Duncan.
Oh, fucking Duncan.
The slapstick lookout.
Oh, God. He's like the fucking Orko and Schnarf and all those lads rolled into one.
Yeah.
They left me alive for no reason. Oh. And Robin buries his father.
Yeah.
And then takes his necklace and says, he declares a blood oath. He cuts his hand.
Never do that. Why are you cutting your palm? It's going to really hurt for the rest of the film. You spent so much effort saving your hand from that, that person whose land you'd invaded.
Bread theft.
And now you're going to it's going to go mouldy and fall off.
At least it wasn't his wanking hand, I suppose.
No, exactly. Yeah. It's his bow holding hand, which is rather stupid.
Oh yeah, you get Azim to do it. This is how you're going to repay your life debt.
Yeah, Christian. Christian, would you?
So meanwhile, the sheriff consults the witch Mortiana, Geraldine McEwen.
Oh, hamming it up.
She's brilliant.
Like a fucking beauty.
I've seen our deaths.
Yeah. Oh, Alan Rickman, you're hamming it up. Hold my beer.
Yeah. Hold my tankard.
Rickman sort of flounces down the stairs into what can only be described as an area from the London dungeon.
Yes.
It just looks so set-dressed with the smoke machines and the dry ice. It's a hat on a hat, I believe, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
He's already quite evil. He doesn't need to be a Satanist.
Yeah, but he hasn't done anything yet that would suggest that he's evil, has he?
Oh, I see. No, I suppose not.
So this is a quick way of saying...
Look at this guy, yeah. You thought he was just, but you just thought he was posh, but he's actually evil.
Did my parents truly tell you to instruct me in all this?
Their dying wish.
But this is the first mention of the painted man.
Oh, yes, she says, a painted man will kill us. I've seen our deaths.
He haunts my dreams.
Bloody woke. She should say, the woke man will kill us.
The woke mob are coming to cancel us.
Oh, no. So Robin has gone to Peter's house and he meets Marion, who's a big, ugly bird. And he's like, what?
Hilarious. He's suspicious, though, isn't he?
He is. He's like the real Marion. When I met you when you were little, you were quite sweet, and now you're like proper trog.
But then Ninja Marion appears.
Ninja Marion.
A skill set we never see again.
No, that's true. The real Marion reveals herself and tells Robin she doesn't need his protection. Although, as you say, she
will later on. At this point, she doesn't, and then she forgets everything. Because they're having that Marion, and they're having that quiet talk in the garden where he returns the ring, and she's quite upset. And Robin says, "Nobody feels his loss more than I do."
Oh yeah,
which is quite a dick thing to say,
especially to a sibling.
To someone you've just told them their brother's dead.
Did he say he went out like an asshole? Should have said that.
Yeah. Look, I mean, no one feels his loss more than I do, but the guy was a paedophile. Or something like that, in the big words.
I was planning to bring him back and bring him to justice. So they run away from Gisborne and his men, and they reach Sherwood Forest. And then Duncan says, "It's haunted in there, sir."
The famous thick Scottish pines of the Midlands. Yes, yeah.
But Gisborne's men also won't go in there.
No.
And Gisborne's like, your father died like a coward devil worshipper. We'll come back and get you another time when we're not scared of joining you in the forest.
Yeah, when we're not scared of the Gruffalo.
So here's when we meet the merry men.
Oh, yeah, and they are merry. They're very merry. They're just pleased to be working.
They're out
the house.
Yeah. Christian Slater says the word Nottingham, which I always enjoy.
He's oddly served in this film, isn't he? He doesn't really have a part.
Not really. He doesn't have any... I mean, he has a character arc of such, but at one point in the film, he literally disappears.
Yeah. He disappears for ages and then comes back and is snubbed at a dance.
Yes. So we meet Little John.
Yes, now if this was the Robin Hood universe, multiverse, this is one of those fixed points, isn't it? Fighting Little John on the river.
Yes.
That everyone has to have a go at in the cover versions. Well, there is a bit where he goes, Little John, when they after the fight, and they're all around the campfire.
Yes.
That's Elmo, off of Brushstrokes.
Derek Desmond from Never the Twain.
That's the dad from Diary of a Teenage Hell Freak.
Yep.
And that there, he used to be the Artful Dodger. He looks a mess now.
He really does, bless him.
Yeah.
So Robin then decides, I'm going to go and confront the Bishop of Hereford, like they all do when someone's been wronged.
Yeah, I'm going to go and see Harold Innocent.
Harold Innocent, the best acting name in the world.
Yes.
So the sheriff sees Marion at church and he gives her a dagger. See, this is something that comes back later, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, it's very neat. It's a very competently written film.
The sheriff says, you know what, King Richard might not return.
Yeah,
and she's like, he will. And he's like, he might not. And if he doesn't, I'm going to be in charge. That's not how it works.
That really isn't how it works. I mean, that is such a leap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he pops up to see the bishop, old sheriff, and who does he come face to face with at the door?
Oh, no.
Robin Hood.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he cuts his face.
Very odd move. I
mean, why would you do that?
Yes.
I know he killed his dad, but...
I know, yeah. And when we've all, panically opened a door and seen Alan Rickman and just slashed his face.
I wonder if that happened to him again. Keeps happening. Robin goes back to the outlaws, basically smug, like, haha, I just cut his face. And then they're all like, well, you've made our lives incredibly difficult now.
Yeah, you have no understanding of how this works, this system, because of your privilege.
Yeah, exactly. Check your privilege.
Check your privilege, they all say.
So the sheriff sends Githspawn and his men to terrorise everybody looking for the Robin of the Hood.
Yeah.
Like Leprechaun of the Hood.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
I think really it alerted me how middle-aged I am, because I was actually disgusted by the sheriff's men pulling down a birdhouse.
Oh.
I was thinking, what have the birds done?
No, exactly. Absolutely outrageous.
What have
That's
those
a lovely
doves
piece
done?
Exactly. It's going to be a nightmare repotting that up.
It was only built yesterday by Ian Carpenter.
He'd done a job for Fred Dove. Fred Dovekeeper. Oh, here's my family word, Dovekeeper.
On behalf of Martin Village. But then the poor join them, come to the forest, because they're all now homeless. And one of them says, but we ain't got nothing to eat. So Robin says that the forest will be our fridge, the trees our gym.
Yes, the rivers are Deliveroo.
Did you know that because they build basically the Ewok village from Return of the Jedi?
Yeah, they build a sort of Go Ape
exactly
adventure playground.
The toys were released for this film. The toy company just used the Ewok model village again.
That's brilliant. That is actually
changed the painting and everything, so it's the same toy. Yeah.
I didn't realise there were toys.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, fighting for justice against the evil Sheriff of Nottingham and his dark warriors, defending Sherwood Forest with his trusted friends, Little John and Azim. As the Sheriff attacks with the bowler bomber, Robin strikes back with the net launcher and the unstoppable battle wagon. Swift as an arrow, Robin saves the day. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
I suppose I was too old to know. I really didn't have my finger on the pulse.
I think we were all too sad about that song, weren't we?
Well, Britain does have a brand new number one. It's from the film, of course, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And here is Bryan Adams.
Look into my eyes.
It's for 5 years of hell!
It's been in the chart since 1191 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's in the tapestry at the beginning. It's a picture of Bryan Adams writing it. Robin says, tell the sheriff, for every harm he visits on the people, I will deliver it on him tenfold.
He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. It's the Chicago way.
But this is where we meet Friar Tuck, Mike McShane.
He's brilliant. I think he's great in this. He's sort of...
Yes.
And he really helped, because he's got sort of a transatlantic take on Friar Tuck's accent.
Yeah, he's playing him like a pirate. He's got a good energy.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Daniel Peacock and Derek Dedman
yes,
hide under some leaf blankets. And I was so stressed because the guy of Githspawn was chasing them. Yeah,
that horse could have easily...
ran over him.
Yeah.
And he'd be dead.
Yeah. So, I mean, so we got... The gang's all together now, isn't it? We've got Friar Tuck.
Friar Tuck's joining, and Guy Githspawn has now been murdered. He's been run through.
After a weird crying bit. I really enjoy that sort of...
Carlson.
He's just so amazing. I can't catch him.
Marion arrives in Sherwood Forest. And Daniel Peacock's like, you can't go see Robin, you can't go see him. And Jack Wilde's like, can't go see him, can't see him.
Oh, no. You can't see.
You can go, but be back soon. Shut up. So that they see the bottom.
Yeah.
And Sarah goes, oh, I say.
Oh, no.
Now, famously, that's not Kevin Costner's bottom.
I mean, we're pushing the word famously, but yes, no, it's a double, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, at the time, it was a big thing.
No, but, I mean, Marion loves it.
She's like, oh.
There's such a long take of her taking in his His bum.
So Robin gets out of the water, and he says, "I'm going to show you all my treasure."
Already seen it, love. We missed the archery. Of course, we have the archery competition.
Yes.
Where
arrow cam,
yeah, but also the amazing casting a load of middle-aged men from sitcoms really comes into their own because they're all sort of fucking about in the background.
Yeah.
And I don't know who it is, but someone says, "Is a shirt coming off at all?"
Serious, man. Is the shirt coming off and all?
Really, like they're going, "This is our big day of filming." Obviously, we're not all in the castle.
I bet it was a good laugh filming this, though.
Yeah,
for all them, I mean.
Yeah. Oh God, I imagine. Yeah. If you're not one of the main people, blast.
Fucking Elmo probably still was getting residuals from this when he died.
Yeah, I should hope so.
I reckon he was getting £1 million a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Is that why this film has never made any money?
That's right.
Because they've given it all to Howard Lou Lewis.
Yes.
Who's got a brilliant agent, it turns out. Kevin Costner, who had to sue the company to get residuals.
It was like that bit in Brazil, instead of Tuttle and Buttle, it was Costner and Lou Lewis. Kevin Costner's like, "I only got 200 quid for Robin Hood Prince of Thieves." Lou Lewis gets the check. "I got $4.3 million for playing rabies."
And they want me to be in Waterworld.
Anyway, so Fanny has difficulty giving birth. Azim saves the day.
Yeah, and Azim knows caesarean sections.
That's right. He says he's seen it. He'll give it a go. Then we hear the lovely sound. And Kevin Costner says, "You truly are a great one." Little John comes running out of the hut, leaving his wife there, presumably with an exposed stomach.
Just blood and everywhere.
Viscera everywhere.
Oh,
comes running
God.
out and going, "My son, my bloody Greek son."
Yeah, look at the size of the bastard.
He's smaller than me, mind.
Yeah, and then because it's a medieval baby, it immediately dies.
And she dies immediately.
From exposure.
Yeah.
But no, because then they start some half-assed medieval dancing, don't they?
They
just do generic prancing around.
Meanwhile, Mortiana advises the sheriff to recruit some fearsome Celts. So in the director's cut version, you see a scene where he recruits the Celts.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay.
One of whom is played by Pat Roach.
The lead? Yeah, Pat Roach.
Yeah.
He's killing all day for a packet of pay. Spend it on a Saturday night.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we see Marion. I remember. Don't we see Marion? She's doing her.
Oh yes, she writes a letter to King Richard.
Yeah, and then she's kidnapped.
That's right.
And this is
where Duncan escapes.
Yeah, really comes into his own.
Fucking idiot. He escapes and leads all of the sheriff's men and all the Celts to the hideout.
What I like is that while Marion's being kidnapped, there's a shot of Duncan peering round the corner.
Yeah,
to check.
He's blind. Yeah.
He's blind. Why would he? Even he knows he's blind.
He should put his knob out as a little periscope.
Yeah, if they see that, they'll know. And it bends.
Like a sniffing dog.
Yeah. All the way.
Oh.
Out the door. All the way to the forest. And then...
It's Duncan's. I recognise it. What is it, boy? Marion's trapped down a well?
Yes.
So the Celts arrive and there's a big battle that takes ages.
Yeah, they're warned of the approach of the Celts by the world's most dangerous messaging system.
That's right.
Which is arrows being fired.
That's literally the shunk message for you, sir, from the Holy Grail, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But Robin is seen to have died because he tries to swing on a rope and the rope's on fire and then he falls. The sheriff threatens all the prisoners that have been captured because they're all in the dungeon, and the sheriff of Nottingham goes, "Look, tell me where Robin is because I've heard he might be alive." And Will goes, "Well, I'll tell you where he is. I hate him. I'll go and kill him."
As plans go, it's not great.
No,
because they already know sort of where he might be.
I'm guessing he's where you left him.
Yeah. Will, that's exactly where Will goes. So I don't know why they're all.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. He's at Go Ape.
He's at Go Ape.
Yeah.
Yeah, burying Duncan.
Oh, finally. But this is Christian's big moment, isn't it? This is the whole emotional. This is his audition scene.
Yeah,
this is the one he read first.
Our father, he says, loved you more than me. I was a mistake, an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robin says, I have a brother. I have a brother.
Yeah, not the main point I was pressing. I mean, that. I really want to talk about the... Yeah, okay, fine. All right, yeah, sure. You've got a brother.
It's all about you, isn't it? So he tells everybody, look, the outlaws are going to be hanged during the wedding. And they're like, what wedding? He said, the sheriff's going to marry Marion.
Marion, yeah, it's a double whammy.
Robin and his men sneak in. Now, Robin, in the cartoon, he makes himself look like a crane.
Yes, with stilts. Doesn't do that here, does he?
And a beak. No, he should have done that here as a callback.
Yeah. With this, he rubbed shit on himself.
Oh, shit. And then the guy's like, where are you going? And he's like, oh, don't hurt me, sir.
Oh, I stink of shit. No, don't let me in there. Because
you stink.
Oh, even though this is the medieval England and everyone stinks of shit.
All hell breaks loose. Alan Rickman shouts, get the troops in here. But I had to go to the script and have a look because he kind of goes,
yeah.
Get some troops in here!
I was like, what? So, Zine uses explosive powder. Literally blows a hole in the castle wall.
Yeah.
And they're all encouraging each other to escape. And then Azim stops and says, look, Robin Hood is a hero. We should all fight for him. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
All right. Yeah, let's come back inside. Yeah.
So then the sheriff goes with Marion into his keep to get married. And Mortiana says, she's ripe. She'll give us a son. You must take her now. I'm like, I'm not having sex in front of my mother. What I did like, there's a nice touch, is that when he's trying to rape her, Mortiana stops him and gives him something to use as a pillow.
That is an extraordinary piece of work, isn't it? It's such an odd detail.
Yes.
It's brilliant.
The wedding's going on. They can't get in, so Robin goes through the window.
Yeah.
And they start having a sword fight. The Chekhov's dagger is used to kill the sheriff.
Yeah.
And then Alan Rickman spends the next sort of 30 seconds in the death rattle.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? Yeah. He crawls towards the camera.
Lots of spit again.
Yeah. Really, really sort of wiping Kevin Costner, pushing Kevin Costner literally pushing him into the background.
Yeah, and Alan Rickman got a BAFTA for this, and he said in his award speech, this will be a healthy reminder to me that subtlety isn't everything.
Yes, good on him.
Good on him.
Amidst the darkest glades of Sherwood Green, in the deepest part of the wood, some say can still be seen the ghost of Robin Hood. So, did Robin Hood really exist? Do we really want to know? After all, if it were to be proven that he did not exist, and that has never been proven, who would fight for the underdog? Who would wage war against corruption and tyranny? Who would prove that chivalry is not dead? I'm Pierce Brosnan. Good night.